Inland Sports.
And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He is your CIF Southern Section Division IX champion of the world, Dennis Dufour, the skipper of the Nuview Bridge Warriors. Coach, man, winning the whole thing, first year on the job. Were you surprised? I mean, when you got there, you're like, man, we got a ton of talent. If we don't win it all, it's going to be a bust. I mean, what was your thoughts just about the program when you got there?
When I got there, I had heard good things. They had won league championship back-to-back years, the South Valley League, but they were relatively young. And one of the old adages that I've heard for coaching for a long time was, you lose with freshmen and sophomores, and you win with juniors and seniors. Well, we only have four juniors and sophomores and freshmen. We have zero seniors on our team. So there's a ton of talent. They work hard, and when I saw them, I was like, okay, we could do some things. And my realistic expectation this year was to compete for a league championship, maybe win a game or two in the playoffs, and we'll see how it goes. And lo and behold, CIF created that Division IX this year for the first time, and there was about a month left in the season, and I'm looking at different things, and I'm thinking, well, if we get into Division IX, we could make a decent run. And lo and behold, we were in Division IX, and and then it's a crapshoot, and our guys just stepped up to the plate and made a run.
Now, I know you were on the staff at Arroyo Valley when you guys made a run to that championship game. I think, was that Division 7?
Division 7, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, you know what a playoff run kind of feels like when you got, like you said, the last month of the regular season and going into the playoffs, where you're like, man, the team's playing pretty well right now. Like, we're scratching out some wins. Like, we could make a run at this.
Yeah, and for us, we were playing really good baseball for a while. During the middle of the season, had like a eight game win streak or something like that in our league. And then we played very bad against the league champs SJVA, and a lot of heads were down, a lot of deflated. We were deflated, but then we had one more game left in the regular season against Hamilton, and we were fortunate enough to win that one relatively big by mercy, and I think that just gave us a time to reset. And then you don't play for another week, so I mean we had a good 2 weeks of practice from that SJVA game until our first playoff game to really focus and lock in.
I was looking at your scores, full disclosure, I was on vacation, so I was trying to keep track as much as I could, but your first couple rounds were like big blowout wins, and then it got tightened up a little bit in the later rounds, a couple one-run victories in the semis and that championship game. What do you think it said about your team that even when things got tight and got close, you guys still found a way to win the close ones?
It's being resilient, and we have a motto on our team that we have all year, and we're all gas, no brakes. When you got young kids, you just let them go, and they're gonna make mistakes, but we try to limit those mistakes. And then we got some excellent pitching performances, some timely hitting in the semis and in the finals. I mean, even in the quarterfinal game against a league opponent, which was challenging. Coming back, we gave up 3 runs and only to score 4 in the bottom of the sixth inning against Santa Rosa in the quarters. And then obviously the semifinal game against AAE, you look at all the opportunities that we had. We started the game, our leadoff hitter gets to third with no outs. We couldn't score him. And then the next opportunity that we actually have to score is in the top of the seventh with 2 outs and a runner on second base. And our number 2 hitter Ethan Rivera hit a triple. We scratch across a run in the eighth and do a job against AAE, which is very well coached and a very good team. And then you get to the finals, and we knew Mountain View was a fairly decent team, had some good pitching, and they scratched across 2 runs, and then we battled back to score 3, and had an excellent pitching performance in the back half by Nelson Lara. I was having flashbacks to the Arroyo Valley day when during that game when we got somebody thrown out at home plate that I thought was safe, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh
against
man, here we
Lancaster.
go again!" And I'm sitting there at third base like, "Really, this is happening again?" And so, Um, we were fortunate enough to stave off, have play pretty clean defense for the most part, and come through with a victory.
All right, so coach, let me ask you, if you're a Nuview Bridge historian now because you're the AD, have they ever won a baseball championship?
Yeah, actually, in 2014, they won a CIF title in 2014. I believe it was Division 7 back in that day too. So we are the second team to win a division title.
That's so awesome. And then not only winning a CIF Southern Section Championship, but you also won the school's first ever SoCal Regional playoff game as you guys made it to the semifinals. So I'm sure that was special too, right?
Yeah, that was a complete interesting game due to the fact that it was raining and we had a 2 hour rain delay. Light became an issue, and we actually had to finish it the next day. So I give credit to Port of Los Angeles for actually coming back out the next day to finish a game, and that was a very very long 24 hours between the start of that game and by the time it finished.
Wait, and then you guys went to Corcoran, is that right?
Yeah, we went to Corcoran
Oh
on
my gosh.
Friday.
I've been to
We had
Corcoran.
graduation that Thursday.
That's a
Um,
trip.
that was a nice little 4.5 hour trip. I like to thank the district for providing a charter bus for us. That was a great touch for them, for us. But that wasn't the longest trip we took during the playoff run. We actually went to Ojai,
Oh,
and because of traffic, that was a 5 hour bus ride going up there. So we're a little bit of a road warriors there. We could say that on that regard.
yeah, those are some big road trips there in the playoffs for you. Um, Coach, let's talk some football as well, real quick. You're also the head football coach for the Bridge out there, Newview Bridge, and I don't know, maybe is winning contagious? You feel like, hey, we get some of these baseball guys to play football and do it again?
We have a couple of our baseball guys. Our starting quarterback is a football player, as a baseball player coming out, and probably one of our starting wide receivers. We're getting a brand new turf field. They're
Oh,
actually
cool.
putting in our turf field. They've been doing it since November, and it should be done, I want to say, either this week or next week. So we're really looking forward to that. Getting that opportunity to just get out there and try to rebuild the program. That's one of the toughest jobs is we get maybe about 25 to 30 kids. But you know what, the great part, just like the baseball guys, they all work hard and they want to get better, and we've got great support. So
So it sounds like the baseball program had some tradition behind it. You know, they had won a
yeah.
CIF championship, they had some success, but the football program, do you know off the top of your head, like the last time they won league or the last time they made the playoffs or
Uh,
anything like that?
I want to say about 2 years before. I want to say probably right after COVID, they made the playoffs. I know they were an 8-man school for a little bit, then they transitioned to 11-man. Um, and I think that maybe they had a little bit of success. I'm not too familiar. I gotta do my research on that. But I know last year we struggled. We were 1-9, and this year we're hoping just to improve.
Yeah. Well, you were telling me off camera you had like one day off. I mean, because the baseball season was so long, which is a blessing, right? There's not a lot of teams that play like to June, but the baseball season was so long. All of a sudden, you got to switch hats, right, and get ready for football.
Oh yeah, yeah. I took Monday and Tuesday off, and we start football practice tonight. So it'll be interesting to see the first guys, see how many guys we have come out, and then just build. And we have kind of like a short 2 week mini camp, and then we got to go on our dead period, and then we'll hit it back hard in July, trying to prepare for the season in August.
Yeah, just go right into the year, right? Just boom, football season. It's crazy to think
Never a dull moment.
it's already right around the corner now. Well, Coach Dufour, congratulations on the CIF Southern Section Championship and a SoCal Regional Playoff win too. I think that's really cool as well,
Mhm.
and can't wait to see you on the football gridiron.
Well, I appreciate all the text and the support from you and the community. It's been a great run for these young group of young kids, and the best part is we get to run it back. We've got everybody coming back with zero seniors, so we get to run it back, and we're looking forward to take everybody's best shot and kind of maybe uh take a step up
Yeah.
in competition during the off season and during our regular season to prepare for the baseball season.
Yeah, probably Division 8 school, I would imagine, next year if if the
Well, with the
brackets
new
look the
rankings,
same.
who knows?
Yeah.
So
So, all right, that is Dennis Dufour, the head baseball and football coach at Nuview Bridge and athletic director, joining us here on the Inland Sports Show. Thanks, Coach.
thank you very much for having me.
Inland Sports.